Oh my gosh, his butt. I'm working on a little 3D Spider-Man character in Nomad Sculpt. That's the app, Nomad Sculpt on the iPad. And let me show you what stage I'm at right now and what I've been doing. All right, here's my little Spider-Man guy. As you can obviously tell right now, I'm at the stage where everything is primitive shapes. The head's just a sphere. His fingers are just cylinders. His body's a sphere that I just squashed. So I haven't done any of the fine tuning yet, just kind of building the shape with primitives. And then how I knew what to do was I turned on a reference image and then just kind of use it as a guide. And it doesn't have to be exact. Obviously, I want to make it my own, so I'm not going to make it exactly like this little cartoon. Then afterwards, I'm going to combine some of the shapes together and then use the tools on the side to smooth it out and make it actually look like a Spider-Man character. All right, smoothed out, looking pretty good. Here's some of the details on the hand, keeping his fingers kind of chubby. Then, of course, couldn't help but, because tight suits. And yeah, I think he's almost ready to start painting. One of the reasons why I really like Nomad Sculpt is it's pretty user-friendly. There's a ton of features, though, and to be honest, I don't really know most of them do. I don't really have much 3D training or formal education. I really just kind of tap around, and I'm sure a lot of modelers would check out my stuff and think, wow, like you could be doing it this way, or this looks really scrappy. But I just kind of mess around until it looks good and then call it quits because it doesn't need to be perfect. So like I said, I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what I'm doing here. But to take your model from Nomad Sculpt into Procreate is actually pretty easy. First, we just need to UV unwrap each of the parts of the model. We'll come up to the scene panel here and we'll make sure head is selected. That's what I've labeled the head of my Spider-Man. And then right next to that panel, we've got a panel with 4 tabs here. And the last tab has our UV unwrapping right there. You'll unwrap Atlas, and that'll unwrap. You'll see the indicator of the UV unwrapping the head, and we can dive into what that even means in another video because I'm figuring it out myself. And then back over in the scene panel, make sure body is selected. Go back to the panel right next to it. We're in the 4th tab, and then again, unwrap Atlas. And it might take a second, but now our model is UV unwrapped. Now the second part is just exporting an OBJ file, saving it onto your device, and then importing it into Procreate. We'll come up to the File menu, and then just export OBJ. We don't need to worry about any of the other checkboxes right now. Export OBJ, save to files, save it wherever you want. I've already got it saved. Move over to Procreate. You just go to the Import button, find your OBJ on your device, and that's it. Spidey is in Procreate. From there, it's actually really simple. Once your OBJ is in Procreate, you can just literally draw on the model. I'm not going to bore you with how to do that and a tutorial with that right now. Frankly, as soon as I started drawing on my model in Procreate, I found that there's a feature that is pretty crucial to a character like Spider-Man
that Procreate doesn't have, and that's symmetry. There's all these web lines with drawing the web lines on the suit of Spider-Man, and without the symmetry feature for the 3D models specifically, it was really time consuming to make sure that the eye was perfect on both sides and the webs looked symmetrical across his face, his chest, both hands looked the same. Hopefully in the future, Procreate adds symmetry to 3D painting, painting on 3D models. As of right now, though, I probably should have just kept in Nomad Sculpt for drawing. However, for things that you don't need symmetry for, maybe characters or models that are a little more asymmetrical, I love the way the Procreate brushes feel. It's a lot more intuitive, and Nomad Sculpt is great, don't get me wrong. Here's how it turned out though. A little more time consuming than I would have liked, but the individual lines look good. It was fun drawing in Procreate. I didn't bother drawing the webs on his behind. Fun little character. One of the fun things about importing a 3D model into Procreate is the fact that you can reposition your 3D model and get new camera angles without having to redraw the whole character. So maybe you want to zoom in on the hand and then draw a scene around that, or the possibilities are endless. Yeah, that's the video. I realize it's not necessarily a typical step-by-step tutorial, but I want to just document the process and take you along for the ride. Hope to do more videos like that in the future where I take just little snippets of what I'm learning and share it with you. And if you like that kind of video, subscribe for more videos like that. Hit the like button and I'll catch you in the next video.